Today there are a lot of updates from the Kursk direction. The Ukrainian incursion into Russian territory is advancing steadily along 4 distinct axes, with daily confirmations of new territorial gains by Ukrainian forces. 2 days ago, Ukrainian Commander-in-Chief Oleksandr Syrsky announced that Ukrainian forces had established control over approximately 1,000 square kilometers of Russian territory within Kursk Oblast, including up to 74 settlements. However, recent reports suggest that this controlled area has expanded significantly. The Ukrainian incursion, meticulously planned along 4 distinct vectors, has been executed by some of the most elite and battle-hardened brigades in the Ukrainian army, following the military strategy of striking with their best weapon at the enemy's weakest point. In the eastern and northwestern directions, Ukrainian forces are focused on encircling the settlement of Korenevo. The 103rd Territorial Defense Brigade is advancing from the south, particularly in the Snagost area, aiming to secure a connection via the highway. Simultaneously, the 82nd Airborne Brigade is making frontal and northern advances towards Korenevo. Additionally, coordinated sabotage and reconnaissance units are actively operating behind Korenevo's lines. Recent Russian reports confirm Ukrainian advances in Snagost, while Ukrainian military analyst Kostiantin Mashovets noted progress up to the settlement. Geolocated footage published 3 days ago supports these claims, showing Ukrainian forces operating southeast of Korenevo. In the northern sector, Ukrainian forces led by the 80th Airborne Brigade are advancing toward Lgov along the Sudzha-Lgov road. The extent of their probing raids and the exact locations where they have established permanent control remain unclear. However, it seems confirmed that several small settlements in this zone still contain isolated Russian troops who may be encircled and awaiting surrender. It's important to note that the Kursk nuclear power plant, one of the 3 largest in the Russian Federation, is situated near Lgov. While military analysts generally dismiss the idea that the plant is a direct objective for Ukrainian forces, holding positions within long-range artillery range could still pose a significant threat. This strategic positioning could serve as a valuable leverage point in negotiations, even without the need to capture the facility itself. In the northwestern sector, the 22nd Brigade is pushing along the R200 road from Sudzha towards the city of Kursk, with reported clashes near Martinovka. Confirmed reports indicate that Russian forces have constructed fortification lines 50 kilometers from the border, running parallel to the E38 road. This defensive move suggests uncertainty on the Russian side regarding when or where they might be able to stabilize the situation, implying that Ukrainian-controlled territory could still expand significantly. In the eastern sector, Ukrainian forces led by the 92nd Mechanized Brigade are executing a pincer movement on both sides of the Sel River, targeting the area around the Belitsa and Giri settlements. Their primary objective is to secure control of 2 key bridges, which serve as the main river crossings in the region. These bridges are crucial for facilitating any larger troop movements, especially those involving mechanized forces. In several of these Russian localities, Ukrainian forces appear to be employing the same tactic used near the border crossings, encircling settlements to force Russian troops to surrender. The element of surprise, combined with inadequate defensive preparations and the inexperience of many Russian soldiers caught in the initial stages, has significantly contributed to these surrenders. Moreover, the clear disconnection of these troops from Russian support in the north has further weakened their resolve. This is evident from the numerous videos that have surfaced in recent days showing Russian forces laying down their arms. Just a few days ago, the number of prisoners of war was estimated at around 1,000. However, recent analysis suggests that this figure may now be approaching 2,000. This development delivers a significant blow to the image of Russian forces and provides Ukraine with a valuable asset for future prisoner exchanges. Due to platform restrictions, uncensored videos of all the prisoner captures are available only on our Telegram channel, accessible via the link in the description. Ukrainian forces have also carried out strikes on a Russian military airfield in Lipetsk Oblast. According to the Ukrainian General Staff, the strikes targeted warehouses storing glide bombs and other critical facilities at the Lipetsk military airfield near Lipetsk city. Recent satellite imagery confirms that several ammunition warehouses at the airfield were destroyed in the attack. This strike is part of a broader campaign against Russian airfields, aimed at disrupting aviation operations that could target Ukrainian troop concentrations, mechanized units, engineering equipment, and newly established fortifications in the Kursk incursion, and goes on top of the Russian helicopter losses incurred in combat in this region. Overall, the positive momentum of this Ukrainian incursion continues to build. Analysts are divided in their interpretations, but generally agree on two main objectives behind the operation. Firstly, by establishing a foothold in Russian territory, Ukrainian forces compel Russia to redeploy significant resources to counter the incursion, thereby weakening Russian offensives elsewhere. Some Russian analysts have warned of potential additional Ukrainian raids in the coming days, suggesting that this strategy may be aimed at diverting Russian personnel and material from ongoing operations in northern Kursk Oblast and other critical frontline areas. Secondly, on a strategic level, Ukrainian officials have indicated that controlling and entrenching in a substantial portion of the Kursk region would strengthen Ukraine's bargaining position in any future negotiations. If successful, this incursion could allow Ukraine to liberate its southeastern territories by diplomatic means, if an exchange of territories becomes a viable option. If you're against the invasion of Ukraine and you want to support the work that I am doing, consider making a purchase in the online store UA Supporter. Here you can find a lot of products with Ukrainian symbols to not only show your support for this channel, but also for Ukraine. The link to the online store is in the description. Thank you for watching this report, and I will see you in the next one.